software engineering is dead. We're talking mass layoffs at Google, Meta, Amazon, AI writing code faster than seniors, etc, etc. So what do you do if you want a career in tech right now? I think I have the answer. I sat down with Kasia Dutch. She broke into tech through a bootcamp in 2021 when everyone else said it was impossible. Now she's a software engineer at Starling Bank, helping people from non-traditional backgrounds land tech jobs. She's going to share what's actually working and whether it's even worth pursuing anymore. Hi, I'm Tom from MentorCruise. If you're trying to break into tech or worried about your job, this one's for you. Let's jump in. What's actually happening right now? So the headlines are pretty bleak, but what's actually happening on the ground? The truth is the market's tough, especially if you're just starting out. According to Kasia, entry-level roles have taken the biggest hit.
Entry-level positions are disproportionately affected by the rise of AI and these tighter budgets and higher competition as more people consider these careers in tech. So having said that, nothing is impossible, and despite the market working against them at this stage, many of my mentees have managed to land jobs. So I think with the right skills, mindset and support, people can still successfully break into the tech industry. It just might take a little bit longer than before, and that's actually also an opportunity to continue learning and developing your skills and building a strong portfolio while you wait for that right opportunity to come along.
By the way, if you're trying to break into tech or make a career change right now, Kasia offers mentorship on MentorCruise. She's one of the best mentors in helping people from non-traditional backgrounds navigate this exact situation. Why the old playbook doesn't work anymore. The old advice was simple: learn to code, send out applications, get hired. It used to kind of work, at least when demand was higher, but not anymore. As Kasia put it, coding is just the baseline now.
You need to be able to contribute something more valuable, like human skills or an interest in the business or sector that you're applying to, and an ability to think strategically from a business perspective. So basically the nuance that AI can't provide for a company. So it's not just coding that you'd be contributing anymore. You need to demonstrate in an interview or at work that commitment to having a positive impact beyond just committing code and opening PRs. So that strong desire to solve the user's problems or to innovate the software.
So whether you're self-taught or fresh out of a bootcamp, don't skip the human stuff like empathy or curiosity. That's what makes you a better engineer and a better teammate. What's actually working now? According to Kasia, the people getting hired aren't necessarily the best coders.
When it comes to interviews, it's important to have answers that demonstrate why you're a great person to work with. You're not just a useful addition to the team because you can code a lot of things and open a lot of PRs, but you're actually someone who's nice to work with, who's going to be easy to work with. So if we take like optimization as an example, say you've made something work faster, why is it important that it works faster? Perhaps it's improved the experience for the user, or it's made a process faster for an internal team, or it's saved the business money. There's always a human impact beyond the technical improvement, so that's what I would focus on.
So don't just prove you can code, prove you understand why you're coding and who it's for. Advice for someone starting today. If you're just starting out or looking to progress in your career, Kasia's advice is simple. First, focus on the fundamentals. Get really good at the core skills of your craft.
So being in such a fast changing environment and industry, it's important to ensure that those skills are always up to date and relevant. So when it comes to React, making sure it's the latest version of React, that kind of thing.
Then build your presence and your personal brand.
So your CV, your LinkedIn, the way that you come across in interviews, essentially what I'm referring to is your personal brand, and polishing that up so that it showcases all of the awesome things that you can offer to a team and an organization. That's like one of the main focuses of the work that I do with my mentees, because there are endless resources out there for learning how to code, and often they already have some knowledge in that area, but personal branding and interview skills are better developed with someone who has that experience and expertise already and can coach you in these areas. It's actually not always paired programming that I'm doing. Most of the time it is this.
And finally, don't forget the human side. Communication, curiosity, resilience, those are the traits that will carry you through your whole career, wherever it goes. Because at the end of the day, software engineering is like any other career. You need to keep learning, work with others, and build it brick by brick. If you want to see which tech jobs are actually growing right now, I break down the 5 most in-demand roles for the next 10 years in this video. It actually blew up and already got 21,000 views, so don't miss out. And if you want personalized guidance, Kasia offers mentorship on MentorCruise. Link below. See ya.